All right, Birkhead Unplugged. What it is it's an adventure out at the Birkhead Mountains Wilderness area, which is about 8 square miles. And this is following a what is called a multi-cache in geocaching parlance. It's the longest in the state, maybe in the region of the country, at about 40 miles long, according to its creator, Ranger Fox. It ties together 15 caches, and the route is unspecified. The first cache that you come to, which we have coordinates for because you can go to geocaching.com and find the coordinates for the Birkhead Hiking Challenge, and it's about 3 miles into the wilderness. And once you find that cache, which could definitely be a challenge, as I've learned from the 20 plus caches that I've found so far. I'm brand new to this geocaching business. I've got a background in ultra running and orienteering. My idea is to try to do this multi-cache without the assistance of a GPS device, which we all have, our smartphones basically. And so instead, what I will do is I will keep my smartphone sealed away in a bag that I cannot access in my pack. I will zip tie it or seal it some way that try to avoid the temptation of busting it out, even in the heat of frustration, self-doubt, and navigate using just a map. And so I've developed a set of maps that I will use to navigate the course, hopefully. Once I get to each cache, I'll find the coordinates to the next cache, so on and so forth. And my goal is to finish this within less than 24 hours. I'm doing this in the close to the winter solstice, so there will be limited daylight. But the maps that I've developed are 1/15,000 scale, and I have printed a couple map sets. They are divided up by the minute latitude that they cover in degrees decimal minutes. And you can see the grid pattern. That is 1/10 of a minute in latitude or longitude, approximately 150 meters. And if you can find, the maps are designed to make it easy to quickly plot in the field which of these squares or rectangles the next set of coordinates is located at. Then you want to fine tune it a little bit better from there using the orienteering map base layer, and it's probably not showing up too well, but there are some features on the map. Some of them are geo-referenced, some of them are not, but between the LiDAR-based contours and the geo-referenced features, you can get a pretty good idea of good attack points to these caches to boost your confidence level. If you're going to run a search that could take 30 minutes or more, you want to have a good level of confidence that you are actually where you hope that you are. And I've also printed out a version that is the Forest Service topo map, and that shows the elevation in feet, which could be useful for one tool that is allowed by my rules, which is a altimeter. And the altimeter can give the elevation. This will be especially useful, I would imagine, if it gets dark on me out there, which I'm hoping it doesn't, but it probably will, because this is going to take a long period of time. So, knowing that it's going to get dark on me, I've got to pack some gear and be prepared for darkness. So in addition to the map set that I have on my backpack that I plan to carry, mostly loaded with the stuff that I'm going to carry. And I'll just kind of quickly go through some of the pack list here. So some of the stuff that's not in my pack Let me go ahead and just put this around my neck. So that's kind of how I'm going to carry a map set. I'll have a compass, of course. I will have a magnifying glass at 1/15,000 scale. It's probably useful to be able to measure. This is the measuring tool, and a magnifying glass, be able to see what I'm looking at. I will also carry a spare compass. Always good to have. I've learned the lesson the hard way. I lost my damping fluid, broke it against a piece of gravel, and I was without a compass for one adventure. I will have a headlamp. It'll be packed away during the daylight, obviously, but I will be wearing it at night when needed. I've got some first aid supplies. I've got, let's put that around the right way. Okay, there we go. I've got some first aid supplies, that, fire starter, spare batteries, and there's some more first aid supplies. I'll probably pack those up, figure out a better way to pack those up. But they're all going into a pocket in my pack. Toothbrush, toothpaste, probably a knife, and extra battery pack that's going to be plugged into my phone. Water is going to be just pulled from creeks, and I've got a dropper of Clorox that I will basically poison my water. Good times. And now most of the fueling that I will use is in my pack in the back here. But basically I'm going to be drinking my calories in two separate ways. I've also got this jacket that I will put on when I get to the ground zeros, because I know that I'll probably be stopped for a while. It's hunting season, so I'm definitely trying to wear abundant orange. But I just kind of throw this on as soon as I get to my hopeful destination. Kind of just put this on to stay warm as I'm looking for the cache, and that's also a good opportunity to get out and change or mix up some fueling. So this is like a lemon lime electrolyte high carbohydrate drink mix powder. I've got it in a bag that I can use for extra water if needed. And this is the chocolate protein mix. So together this is about 24 or 2,500 calories, and I'll have some solid foods too. So I can get to all of these things with my pack still on, so I can just kind of change those things in and out. And that's the plan in a nutshell. Oh yeah, and I've got a rain gear poncho in case it's raining. This is a synthetic insulated jacket, but this is going to be kind of like what I throw over top of me. If it's raining, and staying warm is the name of the game, basically, because it's a lot of stop and go. And I've learned the hard way that can be very difficult. So basically, just these different ways of staying warm out there.